Just Answer is an online, on-demand platform where people can ask experts questions across a variety of fields. The San Francisco-based firm has around 700 employees around the world, including 300 in Ukraine. It's been helping the country since the war began and built a medical facility in the western city of Lviv to treat Ukrainians suffering from PTSD and other mental health conditions. And I'm pleased to say Andy joins us now from the Mental Health Center in Lviv, one of the cities struck by a deadly Russian missile attack today. Andy, great to have you back on the show. I'm so sad because I had a video of you and your daughter during spring break to show my viewers and just make the contrast that there you are once again back in Ukraine trying to help. We have much to discuss. Tell me how last night was, first and foremost. Are you okay? Is your team okay?
Yeah, my team is okay. The air raid alarms went off at about 2:30 in the morning, and we're going till about 6:30 in the morning. So spent 4 hours in that bomb shelter, just trying to stay safe. And the missiles did land very near here in this area, the Lviv area.
What were people saying?
And killed 5 people this morning.
Yeah, what were people saying to you? Because I think, and I was making the point earlier on the show, that there's in a strange way, a danger of becoming immunized or numb because it's so frequent, the fear for people there. But you're based in the United States. This is a rare occurrence for you. How did you feel?
Mostly just tired and scared. This is rough. I mean, I'm here for, brief periods of time. This is my third trip since the war started, but, my team is here every single day dealing with these air raid sirens every single day, and it just takes a toll. We're going to talk about the PTSD and the things that this mental health center is treating, but just imagine getting woken up every second, third night, getting interrupted every time you're trying to get something done, having to worry about a bomb falling in your lap. That's daily life here.
Yeah, I mean, that was sort of the direction I was headed in, to your point. The physical scars we see, the mental impact of this on children, on civilians, even on those that are fighting at the front. And I know you've also suffered personal loss at Just Answer with one of your employees being lost as well, a fighter in the war. Andy, all of this combining to your decision to make the decision to launch this mental health facility. Just talk us through that decision and how it's working, because I know it's been a few months now.
It has. It's early in the war. We're just looking for opportunities to make an impact and things that others weren't focusing on, others weren't helping with. And one of the needs we expected to see was just an increase in the mental health problems, PTSD at the top of the list, but even traumatic brain injuries from battle, as well as just the daily life of dealing with this stress and trauma, even if you're not in the front lines. And we saw that was going to lead to a huge surge in mental health issues, and so we decided to build a mental health center from the ground up, and have done that. It's a beautiful mental health center. I'm here in the art therapy room right now, but it's set up. It's about 5,000 square foot facility, 26 full-time staff, and serving about 40,000 patients sessions a year in this facility, all for either free or very, very discounted prices.
Yeah, I was going to ask you where you were, the art therapy room. Good to know. I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the facilities are free or were free for 3 months, and then they're being subsidized, so they're cheaper than you would get in terms of services elsewhere. How is the financing of this working, Andy?
Yeah, so we basically funded the entire thing, got it up and running, helped build the whole facility. Then we handed the keys over to the Lviv hospital. We also set up training through the Yale PTSD professionals to train the psychologists and psychiatrists here. And then, now it's off and running, being managed by the Lviv hospital here.
Do you have online facilities as well? Because it sort of plays to your strengths at Just Answer, which, as I mentioned in the introduction, is about being able on demand, online, to ask questions on any sphere. Do you have an online component too for perhaps people that can't access the facility in Lviv?
They do, both digital online as well as the face-to-face.
Yeah. Okay. Incredible work that you're doing, not the only work that you're doing, and also very relevant for the attacks that we saw overnight. Talk to me about the Sky project and what you're doing to help facilitate this. My understanding of this is it's equivalent Ukrainian Iron Dome to try and protect against these missile strikes?
Mm-hmm. Yes, one of the other early opportunities that we saw, obviously the Ukrainian people have been begging for supplies from the rest of the world in order to help defend against these incoming missiles from Russia. Just this morning, Russia sent 181 missiles, of which several landed here in this region where I am. And it's tough to intercept those missiles. And especially early on in the war, they had an old Soviet era system to try to intercept these missiles. And they were just missing with their old antiquated technologies. And so several groups, including us, got together and funded both new computers, new software, new networking gear, and were able to upgrade all those computers, just the computer systems alone on that old system, in order to make them just much faster. And since then, they've been able to intercept 40% more missiles, so 40% more successful at intercepting those missiles, just from doing IT-related stuff. Now, of course, they're finally starting to get Patriot missiles and the things that they've been hoping for, but that saved countless lives, including possibly my own and one of my other trips here.
Wow, that's incredible. And is the government involved in that too?
They are. Of course, the government was trying to get the good stuff, the Patriot missiles and such, and was kind of trying to make their way as best as they can. So we worked with the Lviv military general, as well as several other organizations, including some organizations in Japan that had some of the technology that was needed.
Andy, why do this? I remember having the conversation with you, and I do think it's important for people to understand that you do have a huge part of your business there and Ukrainian workers. You also lived for a time, you and your wife, in Ukraine. But I do think at a time when, particularly in the United States, there's some discussion about the provision of ongoing, at least at this level, funding to the war effort. Why do this? And what's your message to those that perhaps don't understand, even as they see images on the television of what the Ukrainian people are going through? What would you have them understand?
So I think it's important to understand that this is a wonderful country with wonderful people, and they just want freedom and democracy and independence and opportunity like we in the United States get to, and the rest of the world, and most of the rest of the world get to have every single day. And Russia is just brutally trying to take that away from them, and it's just not right. It's not fair, and they deserve that opportunity. And so, we've got lots of friends and connections, as well as my staff here that we made when my wife and 3 children that you met, 2 of last April. These are wonderful, smart, fun, get things done, funny, interesting people that just want opportunity. And so I'm so proud to be able to help and make that happen for them and try to help them win.
Normal lives, doing normal things, and all disrupted and all changed overnight. Andy, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you, and best wishes to your family as well. I'm sorry that I couldn't show the video because you do have fantastic children as well. We'll reconvene soon and talk more. Andy Kurtzig there, the CEO of Just Answer. Thank you, and stay safe.